Hey guys, this wonderful guitar that I have in my hands here is the PRS Core Tremonti signature model, the Stoptail version to be precise, with the charcoal contour burst finish. And to be honest, this guitar was a little bit different than I was expecting. Let's dive in right away and let's start with a demo track. Take a listen. All right, I hope you enjoyed that. For that demo, I used this guitar into the Synergy SYN50. For the heavy stuff, I used the Bogner Uberschall module, the red channel for the rhythm stuff with a very nice and tight tone, the green channel for the lead guitar, and then for the clean tones, I used the 2CP module for a very rich clean tone. Loved that. The amp was being fed into my Grossmann Fatbox 1x12, in which I've loaded up my trusty Celestion Vintage 30, mic'd up with two SYN57s and one MD421 Kompakt, sent into the DAW, and that's what you're hearing. I did apply some reverb, I think, for the clean guitar, and I think a delay for the lead guitar as well in post. For the rest of the video, I'm holding this guitar that's going into my small pedal board for the Zootech gate, perhaps for a wah or something later in the video. That is going straight into the amplifier with the exact same setup. Okay, just so you guys know what the signal chain is. Now, a quick backstory. Recently, I got the PRS SC56, which is a wonderful guitar. You must check out my review if you're interested. It's also a PRS single cut, because I was looking for a PRS because I had become a Rush fan, and for about 10 years or so, Alex Lifeson from Rush was using PRS guitars, and that really inspired me to get that guitar. Beautiful guitar, such a good guitar, really inspiring, felt amazing to play, sounds really good as you can hear in that video. A bit more vintage flavored than this guitar, but since that guitar was so ridiculously good, I sold some stuff in order to fund this beast over here. Now this is quite different, even though it looks very similar. So this also is a single cut, let's say a Les Paul inspired guitar, right? This one is a bit more hefty. The other one is chambered, has the McCarty 3 pickups, which are vintage voiced. That's not to say that you can't rock out on them, but it definitely sounds quite different. The SC56 also has that famous McCarty skill length of 594. This guitar has a 25 inches. Okay, so the scale length is a little bit longer. The body of the other one is a little bit thicker, but that one is chambered. This one isn't, so this one feels a little bit heavier. In comparison, the neck on this one is also a bit faster. So since this is the Tremonti signature model, it has the signature Tremonti neck, and it's super comfortable. So yeah, I had that SC56, but I also wanted something that gave me the same level of quality, the same level of feel, because these guitars feel so good to play on and sound, but more geared towards the modern player. Okay, so I came in expecting, first of all, to get something that felt very much like a signature guitar. Look, I really like Mark Tremonti. I have his signature amp as well. I have all the Alter Bridge records. I have his solo records as well. Great musician, okay? I wouldn't call myself a diehard fan, but I'm a casual fan and I really enjoy his music. But I didn't want to go in to get a signature guitar because I love him so much per se. I just wanted to get a PRS guitar that was kind of similar to the other one, but more geared towards the modern player. So basically, the only thing about this guitar that screams that it's a signature model is the truss rod cover over here. Now, there's some rubber over here. I do that to all my guitars, but his name is over here, Tremonti. Maybe some older models also had his name on the 12th fret. I'm not sure. But this is basically the only sign that tells you that it's a signature. If you don't like that, you can flip that over as well. And it's basically another amazingly well-built USA-made PRS Core guitar, but just with some tweaks to make it more suitable, again, for the modern rock and metal player. And boy, does it do a good job at that. So in terms of the pickups, I was also expecting something that would be a little bit more geared towards the modern rock and metal player. But boy, these pickups, and especially the bridge pickup, are absolutely insane. Okay, so right now, again, I'm on the Bogner Uberschall module on the red channel, and the bridge pickup sounds something like this. Let's give it a listen. Yeah, so this pickup screams. It's very aggressive, high output, and way more metal than I was expecting. But that's a very pleasant surprise, because that honestly was what I was looking for in another PRS, right? So I'm blown away by the sound of this bridge pickup. I will say that the neck pickup with a clean tone sounds absolutely beautiful as well. Just super round and glassy and beautiful. Let's go to the middle position as well. Absolutely beautiful, right? This is the bridge pickup with the clean tone. So it definitely has more output and more bite, right? Which obviously is great for high gain tones. Now let's take a look at the specs. Of course, this guitar has also been made in the USA in the PRS shop. It's a core model, so it's of the highest quality. You can absolutely tell. Once again, like, that's why I wanted another one. The first one was so impressive in terms of how it was made, how it felt in the hand, the resonance, the way it played so well. So yeah, that's what you can expect from a PRS guitar, apparently, which is a great discovery for me, right? So we have a mahogany body, apparently one piece, just as my other one. You can't see because the finish is black on the back. One piece mahogany neck as well. So this is the Tremonti shape, which is really comfortable. It's a little bit round, but still plenty thin and it just feels so good to play and to riff on, right? The top is beautiful flamed maple, as you can see. And again, this is the charcoal contour burst finish. Beautiful specimen, if you ask me. Really nice stuff. Rosewood fretboard with 22 PRS frets. I think they're nickel. They do claim that they make them from a material that's really hard, so they shouldn't wear out quickly. I guess we'll see about that over time. We have the bird inlays. I like them. You might not like them. That's up to you. I don't mind them at all. I think they're cool. They are the signature PRS look. Whenever I see a PRS with just like dot inlays, immediately it looks fake or something, you know? Now this is the Stoptail variant, as you can see. I wanted something that was Stoptail for better sustain and better ease of use, so I got this version. It's very solid, you know, it's well intonated right now. I love the acoustic resonance of the guitar, so it's off right now. So when you play this thing, you can feel it resonate all throughout. It resonates beautifully. For me, you know me, that's really important. Okay. And now, funny little thing regarding the playability. One thing that I do immediately when I get a new guitar is dial down the action, especially with these PRS guitars from the factory or from Thomann, where I bought them from. So again, this video is not sponsored. The action was set up quite high by default, and I managed to get it just perfect. So it's nice and low, doesn't buzz anywhere. So, you know, that goes to show that the fretwork is immaculate on these guitars. The funny thing is that I lowered it almost to the maximum amount that is possible. I don't know if you can see this, but it's down there. Almost all the way. There's just a little hair of room under there. So maybe they don't like low action. You can definitely do it, but you can't go further down. Okay. Usually when I have a guitar and I turn down the action, there's still a little bit of room for maybe people who want extremely low action. But it's just fine. It plays really well now, but it's just a funny little thing. That was the same for the McCarty. I also had to lower it basically all the way to get my preferred action, and it's still not buzzing, so that's wonderful, but just a funny little thing. We have these locking tuners, open gear on the back. They're very solid. Funny thing, the other one, so the McCarty has plastic knobs because they claim that the plastic knobs don't take away as much of the resonance as metal knobs do. This one has metal knobs, so I don't know why they chose that. Perhaps that was a preference by Mark or something, Mark Tremonti, I don't know. I don't mind either way. If they tune well, if they look fine, then I'm good, right? The nut material also seems very solid. All those little details are very important to PRS because they believe that all the little details and nuances of an instrument make a guitar better. Everything adds up, right? And you can really tell when you're playing this guitar or any other PRS Core model how much attention to detail they put into their guitars. It's really impressive. And in my opinion, that's what makes them worth the money. Okay, and like I said, this video is not sponsored, so that's just my personal unbiased opinion, if you will. Do with that what you want, okay? I'm not a dentist, I'm not a doctor. I just like really nice instruments, okay? And sometimes, if you have the funds, you're allowed to treat yourself a little bit. Now, luckily, they also make the S2 models, which are also USA made. They're more affordable, but great quality. I've never played one, but I've heard wonderful things. The SE guitars can also be really good. I've had some in the past and those were amazing. So there is that. But yeah, it was just really surprising to me how, first of all, it doesn't feel, it doesn't look, and it doesn't really seem like a signature model. Aside from the fact that Tremonti's name is on this little plate over here. And he also wanted it that way, apparently. He wanted a guitar that anybody could grab, even if they weren't a fan of his music. They just could grab the guitar and feel inspired and use it for their own music without having the feeling that it's a signature guitar per se. And I think they really succeeded at that. And if you really want to double down, again, you can just flip this cover around and his name will be gone. I don't mind, so I'm just keeping it this way, right? A couple other details is the rosewood overlay on the top of the headstock. I think that looks beautiful. We have no binding, but this is natural binding. So this is just the top, the flame maple top that you can see. So that's really beautiful as well. 4 knobs, 2 volume controls, 2 tone controls. And it's a simple guitar, 25-inch scale length. So great for drop tunings. I have it tuned to drop C sharp right now, which is my favorite tuning, and it works really well with a set of 10s, Elixir 10s, 10 to 46. Okay, sounds so good. Let's go back to my heavy tone. It's hard to stop playing this guitar because it's so inspiring, okay? Now, one thing that I will say that is debatable about these guitars is the fact that they are using a nitro finish these days, which is a bit more vintage. You know, they age over time. You can get some checking and everything. It can get a little sticky depending on the weather, I guess, and the temperature. I'm not a huge fan of that. I mean, I tend to prefer guitars that are a little bit less on the sticky side. I don't really mind it, but it's something that is good to know. I know that some people don't like it. You have to be extra careful in terms of putting it in stands because the rubber from guitar stands can affect the finish and stuff. So that, again, that's just something to be mindful of. It doesn't really matter a lot to me, but if I could have chosen, I would have probably chosen a more modern finish that is just a bit more durable and is less likely to age over time. You know, I do know that some people like it and they must have their reasons. Maybe it feels and looks a bit more classy. That's just something that I wanted to mention for you guys, okay? Yeah, so this guitar obviously is very suitable for clean tones, crunchy tones, rhythm tones, heavy rhythm tones, lead guitar. It plays like a dream, sounds absolutely wonderful, looks beautiful too, which is of course a huge plus. Once again, I'm just super impressed and I could not be happier. So that was my video on the PRS Core Tremonti Stop Tail in charcoal contour burst. A wonderful guitar. If you're interested in purchasing a PRS for yourself, please check out my affiliate links for Tomon and Sweetwater, as that would help the channel out immensely. I'd really appreciate that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Drop a like. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Check out my website, sonicdrivestudio.com. And thank you so much for watching. Cheers.